RuneScape for the next 6 months is going to be absolutely crazy and full of content. Like, holy crap. So, let's talk about what to expect in case you missed it on the stream. Okay, so the way we're going to do this is going to be similar to our regular like patch notes thing, except I also have some notes and some extra things that, of course, because I watched the full stream, I wrote down things that haven't actually been mentioned in here. We're going to cover this, and I'll give the extra information as we go through it too. But we should start off with the roadmap, because why make you wait? Like, they made us wait a little bit on stream. We're not going to do that. We're going to go straight into the roadmap. So then if you guys want to just read this, hear what I have to say, and then leave, you can do that. 2024 roadmap, April to December. Pretty much, we're gonna be getting a lot of content. There's a lot of content for the next 6 months. Some of it we know about, some of it, holy shit. Okay, new archaeology dig site, we know about this, but what we don't know is, or didn't know until now, is they're actually reworking all of Daemonheim in terms of graphical update. So we are going to be getting a big graphical update as well, which is pretty damn awesome. We're getting the beach, as you can expect, and then we've got the Pride event as well. Then after that, in July, which we're going to get to the days and stuff as we go through the full post, because we'll go through that. We're going to be getting a new boss dungeon. Now, when it says boss dungeon and not elite dungeon, this is because rather than having trash mobs, we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be having just boss, loot, and have a little bit of a break, and then another boss. And there's going to be 3 bosses for the whole dungeon, and it's going to have a normal mode and a hard mode as well. Another cool thing about this is it's going to go up to 4 players, and not just like the 3 players or whatever. It's going to be solo up to 4 players, which is pretty damn cool. Hopefully when they do this in a group, you'll all get your own loot, and it won't affect like loot chances and stuff. So hopefully it scales like Raksha. I assume it will do. But yeah, then after that, boss dungeon, which is going to be coming through a quest, by the way, you will have a skilling update, which is mining and smithing. Now, a lot of you guys are like, well, mining and smithing, what? We already had a rework for this. They are going to be bringing all of the metals and stuff from Daemonheim into the main surface of the game. So we're going to be able to smith all of the Daemonheim metals and all the primal sort of stuff, and make the equipment too, and get a new best in slot pickaxe, and you can also make a new masterwork melee weapon too, which will be useful apparently for the higher level players too, but it's not going to be best in slot. So maybe a switch, or maybe a replacement for like people who are reaching the best in slot. We'll see what happens. City of Home's going to get area tasks, which is cool. People have asked for this for a while, and we are going to be getting a new necromancy conjure ability. So Full Spirit is coming. We'll have to see all of this. They didn't really mention much else about this, so there you go. After that, you can see a new skilling boss here. This is in autumn. New skilling boss, they haven't released a ton of information on yet because it's very, very early days. But they've taken in like Croesus and stuff into account. Croesus, they actually confirmed on stream, is the second most popular content in terms of bosses in the game. Second most popular. I knew it was super popular because all the clan members are always doing Croesus. So to get a new skilling boss is going to be really good for the game. Now, I don't really do Croesus, but I am still also perfectly able to say that I know that it is great for the game, and skilling boss is going to be huge. So hopefully it's something that I will get into a bit more, maybe with this one, maybe not Croesus, but this one. We'll see what happens, see how it is on release. So that's pretty epic, and that's coming in autumn. Runefest, of course, then they're going to be announcing more information, probably for all the other stuff, you know, that's coming later in the year. And then we got a new story quest and a new Slayer monster, which will upgrade your helm as well to have the Necromancy Slayer helm upgrade. Then, huge, massive content is new group Ironman mode is coming. So obviously we have group Ironman mode in old school RuneScape already, but we're going to be getting it for RuneScape 3, and I will definitely be trying this out. I don't know if I'm going to try it out like long term and commit to it. Probably going to just give it a go and see how it does in terms of content, how you guys are enjoying it, if it feels good to do, and if I have the time for it as well. And then of course we'll just go from there and see how it does. But having this sort of thing just opens up different options for content avenues, and we'll go down it and see how it goes. Then we have another skilling update. Rather than mining and smithing, this time it's woodcutting and fletching. This wasn't talked about a whole lot either, except for the fact that these skilling methods and the updates and stuff are going to be focused on higher level players. So like they wanted something that when you reach that 99, the max cape, you didn't just put the skill down and you were done with it. It opens up more stuff for you to do at that point. But this is also going to be adding new resources into the game 2. So you're not just going to be getting a new skilling method. There's going to be completely new resources as well. And then you've got the Halloween event and the seasonal event and stuff like that. This is not going to be like the beach where it's just re-released. They are going to be actually making a new Halloween event as well. So we'll have to check this out. And it's not delaying other content, which is pretty damn awesome. Then in December, or winter, which is probably going to be December, November, December, the Christmas Village is coming, of course, with some changes. And we have the new story quest coming too. So it's pretty cool. There's a lot of stuff coming on. We'll just have to go through the rest of the post and see all the extra information and details. That's pretty much it. So for you guys that just wanted to see the roadmap and nothing else, and now you're like, okay, cool, awesome, done, then we'll move on to actually the more details for everybody else. In here, they have a little bit more explanation of stuff, so we'll go through this and see what's happening. It says, RuneScape is a game we're heavily committed to, one that continues to have a long future ahead of it. Over the past few months, we've been intensely working to build a better future for the game through fundamental changes in the way we approach development, which is very true. You'll get to that as we move further down. Changes that prioritize player involvement in our development, in how we uphold a monthly schedule of content releases, and in how we empower our developers to make the best content possible. So if they stick to this, it's going to be a really good rest of 2024, which of course we can already see is going to happen anyway, and next year as well. It's going to be really good. Which will, again, right at the end, there's this, I'll just tell you guys now, there's a thing right at the end from Mod Marcos, which is someone from Old School RuneScape, as it says here. We're going to talk about that, but he's coming to work for RuneScape 3, and it sounds pretty promising. So, it says, thank you Rs3 for your patience as we put the pieces in place. Now we're finally ready to unveil whatever our rest of year roadmap, which we've just gone through. So for group Ironman mode, it says, it's true, 10 years on from the launch of Ironman mode, we're excited to launch a brand new way to experience Ironman. We think it's an incredible way to re-experience RuneScape with your friends, or maybe even introduce some new ones to the game, and we can't wait to see the stories that come out of it. Ironman is a version of RuneScape where everything has to be earned with your own blood, sweat, and tears. That means no GE or player trading, no treasure hunter, reduced access to XP benefiting boosts, and a whole lot more. Most of you guys know what Ironman mode is, but for those of you that maybe are new to the game, that's what it is. Group Ironman basically makes it more social, is what they're saying. You'll be subject to a lot of the same restrictions, but within your group, you'll gain a lot of more freedom than standard Ironman. You'll be able to trade. Of course, you're going to get shared storage, and you're also going to be able to join the group Ironman leaderboards as well. So there's going to be lots of trading and stuff. You work together to unlock certain things, and you can progress together as a team, which sounds super exciting. And I will be trying this out for content, whether it's all streamed or whether I just like an update video here and there, and we'll see how we're doing. But I'll absolutely put together a team with this. I already have a few people in mind, and we'll get on with it. So when can you get your hands on this exciting new mode? Stay tuned for a confirmed release date at Runefest. So they're going to announce the release date. Runefest, which is good. They probably should keep some stuff for Runefest announcements, because like it's kind of what it's all about, right? So yeah. New dungeon, the Sanctum of Rebirth, which is also going to be a quest as well. So this is a new spin on Elite Dungeons coming this July. In this new boss dungeon experience, 1 to 4 players can delve into the Sanctum to take on 3 unique bosses across either normal or hard mode difficulty levels. They asked this on the stream, saying, is this going to be like reworks of old bosses and they've been thrown in? But they said no, they're unique, and also they're going to have like more mechanics and stuff that we haven't really seen, which is good. Sanctum Rebirth takes the Elite Dungeon experience and focuses it down to just the bosses, cutting out the areas packed with mobs to traverse, which of course means that there's less content to develop. So hopefully that means they'll put that time into the actual boss fights as well. Though you'll still get a breather and some rewards between each of the fights, we're not monsters. Clearing the Sanctum will be your route to the brand new tier 95 magic dual wield weapons, which I am overly excited about. Of course, I cannot wait. We're going to have a ton of grinding to do to be able to get our hands on these on release. And for those amongst you to be able to conquer its biggest challenges, you may even get access to a new upgrade item to push weapons past tier 95. As part of our work to develop content more close with the community, we'll be looking to you to help define this new combat encounter, from getting your take on a new death or revive mechanic from this dungeon, through to a beta world playtest for potential tier 95 weapon reward designs. So they are actually said this on stream as well, that they're going to be doing a beta world playtest for the specs, the weapon specs and stuff and all that sort of stuff, which is super important because it shows that they're actually willing and keen to get players involved in that sort of thing, and it means it may be more balanced when it comes out. They'll probably find more bugs as well, because obviously when they released Staff of Armadillo, they had to like, holy shit, this is insane, it's broken, we need to stop it, and they like overly nerfed it until they brought it back to where they want it to be. So this hopefully will lead to that not being as bad as well, so a smoother release. The only thing you lose about this is the excitement of, like, you already know what's coming, you know, you know what's being released, but I think it's still better for the game overall. It says here as well that you may even get access to a new upgrade item to push weapons past tier 95, which is interesting, because are we gonna upgrade current items like the Staff of Armadillo to like tier 97? Maybe all the tier 95s are gonna have a little bit of a boost. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I don't know. We don't know what that means at all. One thing I wanted to do actually here, because I think this we couldn't see this on the roadmap, is you can kind of like zoom in on the pictures here and you can see more stuff. So this obviously must be one of the boss encounters as like what do they call it? Like a theory. There's a word for it. It's gone off my head. I've said it like a million times during the stream. But concept art. So there's a boss here which looks pretty damn epic. I guess this is the player, and then you've got two pillars here. So, and like a little arena. Maybe you go from arena over this little bridge here to another arena, or over here or something. It looks really cool either way. The artwork in RuneScape's always done pretty damn good. So that's looks like something like a little bit of a spoiler from the boss encounter. Let's move on. New skilling boss. Again, let's just open this straight away. No, we'll come to this after. We'll get rid of these things. RuneScape's second skilling boss is on the way, playable solo or as a group. The new skilling boss will be directly tied into Sanctum of Rebirth and the main storyline with an accompanying story quest. So there will be a quest for this, and the Sanctum of Rebirth is coming with a quest too, and you'll have to have completed the Requiem for a Dragon. So the quest that we've done from Fort for N3 storyline, you do have to have completed that to be able to then move into this stuff. So if you haven't, then work on that too. This new skilling boss, we've already done that bit. Our design for the encounter and rewards is still in early stage development right now, so let us know what you'd love to see. As our initial designs come together, we'll be bringing you into the project to get your take on a new concept. So basically, they'll do what they're doing here. Whether they'll beta test it, who knows, but they will get feedback and share information and then change it up and make it. So especially when it comes to our reward system. They did specifically mention on stream, so from the notes and stuff that I took, is one thing they're looking into is with Croesus, you kind of rely on other players a little bit as well. Same with some other bosses, of course. You are going to be, your rewards are going to be based on your sort of performance more so than relying on anybody else, which is of course a good thing. It just feels better. But the fact that it can be solo or as a group, of course, is important too. Let's take a look at the artwork, shall we? If there's any more spoilers. Like, you look, there's a reason why it is. Like, you look like this, then you zoom in and you actually pick up a few things. So you see Anubis here. He stood right here at the top of the crater. There is what looks like one of the regular like the desert chests and stuff like that, and then you've got a chaos witch here, which is interesting. But Anubis, and then you look behind him and you go, hold on, this is an upside down pyramid. So it's gonna be pretty interesting. It looks super interesting. There's some ships down here and whatnot. I am very keen to try this out, even though it's a skilling boss. Any content like this, very keen. So that's good. New story quests are coming as well. When it says story quests, they're meaning like just the main quest. It's not like a side quest, anomaly quest or anything like that. It's just the main stuff. And then the skilling updates is what we talked about before. This will kind of confirm the levels and stuff. It says skills are at the heart of RuneScape. You wear your hard-earned skill capes with pride. And so we're rewarding your efforts with new content updates that expand on what high-level skills can offer. So focusing on the high levels as well. So it like goes past the actual cape. Our first two updates in this vein arrive in 2024 with mining and smithing, followed by woodcutting and fletching. In both updates, we'll be introducing new resources to acquire, which is huge and super exciting. New skilling equipment to earn, because we're getting a best in slot pickaxe, which has been confirmed. I can only assume we'll get some tools or something for fletching and woodcutting too, maybe a new hatchet, and new powerful items to create. a great excuse to revisit your favorite skills. We're making sure you can deliver these updates regularly across a variety of skills, so our current plans don't include alternative training methods or reworks. So it's just, I don't know, there's just so much stuff coming for this, and of course skillers needed a little bit of love. Not everybody does PVM. A lot of people just like to make money through skilling, and that's how they play. This will probably lead to that. This is probably the route that they're going, and it feels good. Skillers absolutely needed some love. A mining and smithing update will introduce Daemonheim mining, allowing you to mine the ores on the surface of the world for the first time. You can then make primal bars and craft primal armor and equipment, and even create a brand new masterwork weapon, which is the melee one that we spoke about. We'll also introduce a new top tier pickaxe. Beyond the new skilling content, there is also plenty for us to consider in how we add this new content to the skills. To make sure we're adding content with real value to skillers, we'll be consulting with the community on our plans later this month. Which is great. Like the communication and getting people's feedback for it is so important, and that's what we're going to talk about very soon as well. We already know about the archaeology Digsite. The only difference thing that we didn't know about was the graphical rework that I told you guys about. They said it's not small. Oh, since you'll be spending some time on the surface of Daemonheim, we're making sure to give this area a hefty graphical update too. Stay tuned for a first look close to release. So there's a big graphical rework coming for it, which is going to feel good, because if we are going to be there a lot, then awesome. The new boss didn't really get any new information either. We have May 27th, which is a Tuesday, because it's a bank holiday in England on that day. So it's going to be on the Tuesday, and that's pretty much it. They said it's going to be a mid-tier boss. It's not a high-level boss, and it does have 4 pets, apparently. I don't know. It says here, who knows? You may even find a powerful necromancy combat ring in the process. So combat ring is pretty much confirmed, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, so there you go. We'll give you a full look at OCS on May 22nd. So I'll cover that, of course, when it's released. Seasonal events. So I'll just cover this quickly again. They're going to be going through and making a new Halloween event, which is say here. We're still planning to cook up a brand new Halloween event. But otherwise, they're pretty much the same. But for Christmas, it's going to be slightly different. Like, there's going to be some changes, but it's more or less going to be the same thing, which is good, because Christmas was fine anyway. Halloween was trash recently, so they definitely need to do this. But we're getting Ultimate Ironman, we're getting the Fletching and the Woodcutting around the same amount of time, so it's all good. It's good. Shaping the future roadmap. So let's talk about 2025 and beyond. This is where we're going to move into this bit about the mod Marcos bit as well. So that's all the content pretty much out of the way. Yes, we know, we only just gave you a look at the rest of 2024. However, there's an important part of our future we haven't discussed yet. We're launching the 2024 Roadmap Player Survey, which is all about bringing your voice into our roadmap design process. Through the questions in this survey, you'll play a key part in shaping our 2025 roadmap, as well as influencing some of the design decisions we'll make for this year's content. We're so excited to approach a roadmap that brings your perspectives in at the ground floor of planning, and we hope you are too. To get involved with the survey, click the big button around here. Take about 15-30 minutes. I'll do this as a video, so I'll do mine. If you guys are like, oh, let's see what it is, then I'll do that. But you guys should definitely do this, because we're always talking about how we want Jagex to like take player feedback into account and stuff. So definitely do the survey. I'll link this whole post in the video description. Come and do this. It's pretty big, so cool. It's a long survey, so obviously set some time aside as well. A final word from Mod Marcos. This is where we want to talk about this. I think I'll say Marcos, it's Marcus. I'm pretty sure it's just Marcus, but it's just, yeah. Anyway, hey everyone, I'm Mod Marcos. For the last couple of years, I've been executive producer for Old School RuneScape, and I've recently also begun working on RuneScape 2. This roadmap is a result of months of hard work from the RuneScape team to really set a clear path forward, putting the pieces into place to develop content in a way that involves players while ensuring we release meaningful updates every single month. I hope that it comes through in what we've shown you today, which I'd say it definitely does, in my opinion. I worked at Jagex for many years and actually started out on the RuneScape team. I want to see RuneScape thriving for many years to come. I'm ambitious for the game in the same way I was when I started working on Old School, but I realized that delivery is much more important than saying the right thing. I'm down to myself and the team. It's down to myself and the team to get back into the groove of consistently delivering excellent content. Good. Yes, it is. Absolutely. I would love for you to join me in Mod Huli on Discord stage this Friday at 3:30 game time to hear more about what's been going on at the studio. We'll be sitting down to discuss all the work that's been going on in the past few months, how we're applying a player-involved development future into RuneScape. So basically, what they're doing is they're bringing someone from Old School, mod markers, and they're hoping to implement all the ways that old school includes the players in their decision making and shaping the future of the game and the content that comes out, and adding that to RuneScape 3, which is something we've been asking for freaking years, like an absolute ton of time we've been asking for this. So this is huge, and if it does happen, obviously right now it's kind of just promises. They're showing they are doing it with these content releases here. Like they're already taking feedback on this, the survey's already there. It's huge, but it is still just promises for now, so we'll have to wait and see whether this actually happens. But I do get the idea that maybe this is just because there's a lot of positive right now, and it's like, oh, everything's great, you know, everything's amazing. But we'll see what happens with this. This is definitely something to keep an eye out for, and it will absolutely be a good thing for sure. Yep, that's pretty much everything covered in the post here, and well, all my notes I kind of just pulled from memory, so we're good. Covered it as we went along. That's not the roadmap, this is the roadmap. So there's a lot of stuff coming, and I am excited. And if they stick to what they promised with including players and constantly releasing content, then we've got a good 2025 coming as well. So tons of content to cover. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. It's been a long video. I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See you later, guys. Have a good one. Bye.